we have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
This is proof that mail-in ballots are 100% a scam. Right here in Wisconsin, you can see Biden votes right here were clearly, literally injected. It's a vertical line. This is why Trump lost Wisconsin. Here again in Michigan, Biden votes injected into the results. It's time to send in the lawyers. We need to get to the bottom of this.
Hello, one and all, and welcome to another Cavemandu podcast. With me, I'm joined by three of my buddies, and we are going to dive into the latest happenings of the American election today. So, why is American election so important that the world has to care? Let's start by that.
It is the biggest superpower.
What is the biggest superpower?
It's like it has, say, what do you consider in a superpower country?
So it's a powerful country, that's why.
Yeah, it has a lot of influence and all the, like over the world.
Maybe it's publicized too much, like how Hollywood is like pretty famous. Maybe it's there in our faces, it's thrown in our faces, man. The election. Think about it, it's just thrown in our face. Okay?
I think this is like US elections is the most widely covered elections. Okay? Like about if whoever like Kanal said they're the biggest one of the biggest superpowers. And the decision will affect will affect the entire globe, all the countries economically, what laws implements, what kind of mindset he is in.
America affects the whole world, man. That's why I feel like we have to pay attention, you know what I'm saying?
But it is also the most publicized, like
I think so. It's maybe also it's the only superpower company which is not power country which is not like what's that? Communist.
Mm-hmm.
Like
what?
China,
There are other countries also.
China, Russia.
India is
China is not
not
communist. Like they say they are not communist.
China
They are
is
communist,
socialist, no?
but
Russia.
They call
Russia is
themselves.
also not communist.
but who's the leader? For how long has Putin become a leader?
Is it good more
I
than
think
50?
this is third term.
I saw this one post. Putin said he's met like 3 popes. He's met 3 popes in his service. Even he's still president. Popes last for a lifetime. President is supposed to last for 4 years in her term. He's already met 3 popes while he's president.
God damn, scary person. It's like the Queen of England has met how many presidents? She met presidents a long time back, man. Until now, she's meeting presidents. God
She
damn.
is the queen.
Okay.
You can't change her.
The thing is, she still had the power like what she had before.
More war.
You think so?
I don't know, man.
I don't think there'll be war, man.
Why more war?
Yeah, why it's more war, man?
They maybe want to go and occupy other countries.
Bring back the British Empire.
Yeah.
Colonialism.
Next Hitler or
They don't have to do that, man. The Commonwealth still exists.
yeah.
Australia, New Zealand, South
India also is there,
Africa.
isn't he?
Hong Kong till a while ago.
India the
India.
So also
They also
on the
considered in the
Commonwealth.
Commonwealth.
Are you
Are you
sure?
summer?
Also, yeah.
They play the Commonwealth games
Oh,
though.
they play games. I'm not talking about games. I'm talking about taxes.
Okay.
Talking about policies, taxes.
Even
Real
West
things
Indies,
that
no?
matter.
West Indies also, no?
Sports
I'm
does not matter.
Canada, over Canada.
Sports doesn't matter.
Yes.
Canada,
Canada पनि हैन.
Canada is the Queen is the one, no?
Canada mostly half of them are French, man. Like
I thought Queen was
half
the...
of Canada is French.
I thought they
French
wanted-
controlled. The history is French.
Other half is Indians, bro.
Nah, bro.
Sundays, man, yeah. You go to Punjab or any Delhi place, like say, either they are from Delhi, either they are from Canada, man. All the Sundays. Toronto.
Okay, let's get into it, man. The nitty gritty, the freaking evil shit going on in America right now. The globalists, Illuminati, Fox,
It's a lot of conspiracies in the air.
which is turning out to be true, which is turning out to be reality. Okay, so let's start from number one point. Okay, the law. By law, it's election day, not election week. Okay, It's supposed to end in one day, right? And in that day, Trump won like massively. America's Tuesday, Nepal's Wednesday. Trump won massively. Now what they're saying is because of coronavirus, way back this happened like in 2020. Because of coronavirus, we are going to do mail-in voting. So we are going to mail the votes, not email, but through letters, right? We're going to mail because we can't do this social distancing, all that shit, no? So the plan was through this mail-in voting, we're going to cheat and then bring like massive votes to Biden.
Who's Biden?
Right. So that was happening. And now let's come to November 3rd, Tuesday.
So what do you call it? Was Trump's government, they agreed to it.
Yeah, they agreed to it. Now there's a deeper thing over there. Like, why did they agree to it? Like, because they say not only Trump's government, but there are other military, other like outside the government people also in this group that they say they set up a trap against the Democrat Party, the elites, no? So this Tuesday comes along. The president was supposed to be announced that day. Now, because of this coronavirus, there's a special treatment going on. They're extending the time, okay? And they say the mail-in ballots, mail-in voting are still coming in, right? Now, that is suspicion number one. Suspicion number two is how that mail is coming. They're coming at the dead of the night, at 2 o'clock at night, 4 o'clock at night. And 200, 2 lakh votes only for Biden, 100% for Biden. That is mathematically impossible, right? Big mathematicians, that's that's mathematically impossible. It's like saying you flip a coin, right? And for 1 lakh, it's always landing on heads, yeah. That's just mathematically impossible, yeah. So that's suspect number 2, right? Suspect number 3 is the counters of the votes. Now in America, you have to understand that each state has its own voting counting system, right? So only these states where Trump's enemies, the Democrats, are in power, where they are governors, state attorney generals, and legislative, like big powerful people. No, only these states are doing these fishy things, right? So and only in these states all this voter fraud.
Name a few states.
Michigan, Pennsylvania, Nevada, Arizona, and Minnesota, I think so. These are the ones that are hanging right now. Okay? Everyone's waiting for them. And the trap was to make the public see, to put a big magnifying glass on top of these people. Okay? And that's exactly what's happening right now. Now the media, which is a weapon of the Democratic Party, they're using media to the full extent. CNN, BBC, whatever you're saying, all this internet news or TV news, they're using full extent. They're saying Trump is trying to steal, Trump is trying. They don't matter at all, man. What matters is what happens. What is going to happen is Supreme Court, it's going to go to the Supreme Court. All lawsuits are being filed against all these Democrats in these states, in these cities.
Trump is filing.
Trump's campaign and other people, other Republicans also. Republicans are also standing up. Republicans have a stereotype of being too cowardly. Like whatever Democrats do, whatever cheating, whatever bullying and these nefarious tactics Democrats do, Republicans have a stereotype of just accepting what they do and being like, damn sozo, damn like cowardly people. Now even after this 4 years of Trump presidency, even Republicans are showing some balls. Yeah? Now they're going after this, no? By 10th or 11th November, the Department of Justice has to step in. Yeah? Right now, they can't step in. And once Department of Justice steps in, there's going to be a full-fledged FBI investigation. Full-fledged. It's going to be highest treason. Highest treason is number one priority of these federal government branches. Yeah? Because it's higher than terrorism. What's going to happen? So this thing backfired on the Democrats, on whatever. See, they did COVID. They started COVID.
So they're trying to trap Trump.
Yeah, they're trying to get the election. They're trying to get
win,
the presidency.
basically,
yeah.
by cheating.
So,
by cheating.
one way you can say that this Democrats only started all this virus so that they could do this.
Exactly, in partnership with China. All of them are running in Chinese money. The Democrats, NBA, Hollywood, media, mainstream media, right? Colleges, who all preach this Marxist BLM crap, divide the people.
BLM.
Black Lives Matter crap. So, all in cahoots with China. And now this thing, you won't hear these things from the mainstream media. This is from alternative, underground, grassroots
Yeah, name
people.
a few of your sources. Like
X22 report, Dr. Turley. X22 reports YouTube and Twitter got destroyed, got deleted about 1 or 2 weeks before the election. There are so many other accounts like this that, the big take is another big weapon of the Democrat Party. In like 4 hours, Twitter banned about 6 or 7 tweets from President yesterday.
So election day excitement, and Twitter decides to start suspending all conservative accounts that are talking to their constituents to tell them to get out and vote. Guys, get out and vote, but this is going on. There's thousands and thousands of accounts being banned by Twitter, and YouTube is also censoring content today. So be aware, get the word out, text your friends if you have to. Have a great day. Trump 2020.
So why do they need to do all these things? If Biden, and another very joke, it's a joke thing is, Biden is the only president, Biden this time got so many votes that none of the other presidents had this many votes. Right? He got even more votes than Hillary and Obama and all that. That's like the biggest joke. If you see Biden's rally, only 10-11 people are attending, man. If you see Trump's rally, 50,000 people jam-packed. Everywhere he went, every state he went. Every state Joe Biden went, freaking, he was doing like a Zoom meeting, man. Biden was doing like a Zoom meeting, nobody was there. Trump, it was like a rock star concert. It was like a, what I'm saying? And like people, that's why I'm saying it's a big magnifying glass. Everybody, it's like a moment when Jeffrey Epstein got killed. Yeah? Nobody believed that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. Right now, that same shit is happening. Yeah? Like the official report is all the CNN, whoever these freaking elites, these establishment people are, they said the camera magically went off, and the guards who were supposed to look after all this thing were sleeping or something, and then within 5-6 minutes, Jeffrey Epstein freaking hanged himself, which he was in a very high level, witness protection program where you couldn't kill yourself. It was designed to make in such a way that you can hang, blah blah blah, and he killed himself. That was the official theory. Nobody believed that. It was that moment, like they say, like it's like that moment when the official said the camera just magically went off. Nobody believed. It's the same shit happening right now. Biden is winning this much. This many votes are coming in late at night when everybody's sleeping. And now many eyewitnesses reports are saying trucks and trucks are coming in from going inside these counting places, right? And in counting places, nobody's allowed to come in these Democrat places. That itself is already a crime. When they're counting the ballots, representatives of each party has to be standing right beside the desks. And what happened was Trump sued and everything, no? And the court said, no, you have to allow Republicans, or other parties to see what's happening. And they were fighting it, but they lost. And they were putting, okay, you can come in, they said no, and last. But they were putting these people 50, 100 meters away, 100 feet away from where it was counting, so they can't see anything. Now again, that case is being heavier and heavier. So in the end, these people are just nailing themselves in the coffin. Yeah, in the end, you know what I'm saying. And I have no doubt in my mind, Trump is gonna win. There's so much drama happening right now, and it's a good thing because people are seeing voter fraud. People are seeing corruption in the highest level, man. Even normies who believed everything CNN said, who didn't believe in any conspiracy, who thought everything was normal and no, there was no conspiracy. Even those kind of people are coming out in Twitter and all that saying like, what the hell is going on? So I think it's a very good thing for Trump. But if you only look at CNN and all that.
But so I think he'll win it indirectly, no? Not directly. So once they go to the court.
How does the election work actually, man?
If they go to the court, and then they prove that these guys are frauding, it will happen now. Then Trump will automatically get the
win,
presidency.
yeah. Otherwise,
so no re-election.
See, if they can connect Biden to directly being in cahoots with the fraudsters, then Trump will automatically win. If the enemy can like somehow prove that Biden was not connected to these people, then what will happen is recount. And if recount happens, that's the original
recount, but it's re-voting.
No, not re-voting, recounting.
Votes have already been about the numbers have already been tampered with.
No, that's what. But the votes are still there. The numbers have been tampered with, but the votes are still there.
No, but like you said, trucks are coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Mix up by second.
Exactly. So they're gonna separate all that.
How will they separate?
How will they separate
votes that came in the election day. Right.
Only that.
So there are different kind of categories of voting. For example, there's called a walk-in vote. Walk-in vote means you go to the place, you vote.
The ballot.
Yeah. That's the most common. That's the way it is supposed to be, right? That way Trump won massive landslide. Number 2 kind of voting, because of coronavirus,
the mail one,
the special one, they made up one shit, which was mail-in voting. You vote from your house, right? Third one is absentee votes. Absentee votes means I can't come to the thing.
Someone else.
Yeah, but someone else will put it for me. Or something like that. Yeah, third one. So these 3 are the things, main thing you have to consider, right? But what is happening right now, you see, is people research, these investigators, even common people are finding out. Only the walk-in votes are good. There's something called legal and illegal votes, right? You have to count only the legal votes. That's for any country. It's just common sense. You just count legal. Indian can't come into Nepal and vote out. That's an illegal vote. So what investigators are finding out is dead people are voting. People who've already died are coming up in these ballots, right? People who've left the state, who are no longer in the state or in the country, are voting, right? Illegals are voting. Who doesn't have a citizenship, they are voting. People who haven't registered to vote are voting. And guess what? All these votes are going to Biden. 100%. That's mathematically impossible. Now it's already a crime you are doing all this, right? Only the legal. Now there'll be a recount. Now there's a trick. This is why it's a trap. The legal votes has a invisible mark on it, which your naked eye can't see. Right?
Okay.
So that is law. That is legal. Now the law also says only legal vote will be counted. Now if the recount happens, they'll count only the ones with the stamps, the invisible stamps. And they can separate it that way. The legal and illegal. And in that number, Biden is freaking nobody. The media, I was saying that time, is a bulwark. It's a weapon of these Democrats, right? And what is their job right now? To put fear in people. They are so-called predicting the races. Biden is winning by this much point. Biden is winning by this much, blah, 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 blah. Trump is going to lose. Now what happens is, suppose let's say the state of Texas, right? No, let's not say Texas. Let's say the state of Michigan. It's a Democrat. Like the history of Michigan is like they vote Democrat very often, right? So the media is saying, okay, Biden is leading in Michigan to Trump's, like Biden is leading by 4 points. Like Biden is 214, Trump is 170. I suppose they predict this, but these things are fake as fuck. It's all a fear tactic. Now what will happen to the people is, oh my god, Trump already lost, now I don't need to vote. Michigan is gone to Biden already, so I won't vote. There's no use of voting only right now. So that's the tactic they play. But right now, again, what you see, the people have fucking woken up. People like the old tactics, these freaking media tactics, people are keeping on voting. But the good people, the legal people, stopped voting in November 3rd. By law, you have to stop vote, there. Now, what the Democrats also say is, even the mail-in voters, everybody stopped voting that time. But because of all these complications, blah, 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 the vote is arriving late. That's why we have to extend the counting days.
How many days can they extend it to?
This is the first time it's happening, bro.
Okay.
Another trick, scientist shit. In Canada border, there were trucks and trucks caught with Biden votes. Their truck votes are coming from Canada, bro, in trucks, where like all these votes are for Joe Biden. They're catching lakhs and lakhs of votes like that. They're flooding the system, okay, bro. And they were hoping there won't be any investigation. They were hoping the media trick would work, that people would just shut up. You know what I'm saying? So again, this perspective, what I'm saying, what I'm saying, you won't hear it in the mainstream. Yeah. What's happening is like the people who've done research for 5, 6, 10 years, who are like keeping on after this new, keeping on going after this, keeping on being updated and all that. Now that is happening, yeah, right?
Okay.
CNN, PNN is all crazy shit, man. They won't tell you that. That their main job is to freaking flip the people.
So how does the voting work? So each state has a certain amount of votes, so like
no. See, first of all, okay, let's say America, right? There are 50 states in America, no? So each state has its own voting system. So in a state, before the vote happens, candidates will come and do their campaign. Vote for me, vote for me, vote for me, right? So in America, basically there are two parties that have dominated for a long time, Republicans and Democrats. There are other third parties
How many
also.
parties are there in the United States?
I don't exactly know, but there are other third parties also. Green Party, one is a Tea Party. Yeah.
Tea Party.
You know why it's called Tea Party?
The only
Boston
ladies.
Tea Party. No.
Hey,
You don't know
Boston
about
Tea
Boston Tea
Party.
Party? The thing that started the American Revolution. They chucked British tea in the ocean from the Boston Harbor. That was an act of defiance. Like the tea was such a big, highest commodity at that time. In an act of rebellion, these Americans crashed like about, I think so, 13 or 14 ships and dumped all the tea in the ocean. Yeah. So that's why the Tea Party movement. Anyways, but the main parties are Republicans and thing. Now, there was a big Trump phenomenon happening in America. Every state, Trump supporters were like freaking rising up. People are converting to Trump. Yeah, it was not about Republican and Democrats. It was about Trump. Because Trump was outside guy. He kept his promises. He brought the country to a new level. There are a lot of things, right? Trump was freaking nominated for 3 Peace Prize, Nobel Peace Prize in 2020. He brought Middle East peace. Saudi Arabia, Israel, all that. They were fighting for 70 plus years. Trump made a deal. There's a peace going on over there. He got out of Paris Climate Accord. He made NATO responsible for their finances. Before America was paying for everything. He broke up NAFTA. There's so many things to talk, right? Now, okay, these guys come to the state. Now, let's say the election is happening, right? There's something called early voting. Like 3, 4, 5 days ahead of the election day, voting starts. Now, traditionally, what is supposed to happen, people are supposed to go to the ballots and vote over there. Right. Now, let's say, November 3rd, the day is ended. Right. And the counting process begins. And it is supposed to be announced that day only. Who won that state, not the country, that state. Who won that state, okay?
Democrats and Republicans.
One state, let's say, state number 1, let's say went to Republican.
Yeah.
Okay, state number 2 went to Republican, state number 3 went to Democrat, state number 4 went to Republican, right? Now, everyone voted. Each state has its winner. Now what happens is something called the Electoral College. Yeah. What Electoral College is like each state's vote counts as a complete vote. For example, what I'm trying to say is, in California, in Los Angeles, let's say in California there are 5 million people, and let's say in Nebraska there are 5,000 people. Look at the population difference. Look at the vote difference. Only 5,000 people can vote over here. 5 million can vote over here. Now, if you take only votes, if you take bare votes, only votes, then that's very unfair for the people out there. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
It's unfair for the party who won in Los Angeles.
For the party, for the people over there. So, like, for example, let's say like this, okay? Los Angeles, there are 5 million votes. Nebraska, there are 5,000 votes. But Nebraska is like 2,000 kilometers away from California, right? Now, let's say because of only votes, a president gets elected, but the president makes decision for the whole country. Now, these people, 5 million people from California, let's say they want pedophilia. Let's say they want to legalize pedophilia. Now, the Nebraskan people, it's very highly unfair for them. They don't want pedophilia in their place. Right? So that's why you have electoral college. California votes count as one, Nebraska votes count as one. So everybody's equal that way. Electoral college is that.
Oh, so they vote. Each state votes are
counted as
one
singular complete.
But I see like this comes to whoever reaches 271st.
271st. So that's the electoral theo. Like each the state is like, I just for example gave one, but there's like 7 or 8. It's counted something like that. There's some number. So in total like 270. You need to reach 270. Okay?
Why don't it
bigger states will have like say 15 seats. The smallest state will have 3 seats.
Exactly.
Why don't it just count votes, raw votes like that, man? From everywhere. Like this, like it's like about state 1 50 for Trump, 50 for
Biden.
Other guy. Yeah.
Okay.
And the second year second state 2 60 for Trump, 40 for Biden.
So Trump
so 60-50. This is gone. How many Nepal gone?
So Nepal money, I think so. Nepal money, I don't understand. That's why what you're saying is, if you count only the votes, it's very unfair for the people who are living in other places. Like for, let's say in Kathmandu, right? We have 6 million people out here, right? And that kind of voting system happened, right? And Kathmandu, it's like saying only Kathmandu people can elect the president. If you're living outside Kathmandu, no, you won't be counted. You know what I'm saying? Because every year will be, the population is high, they have the power then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why electoral college is important that way. So that's why that 270 number comes that way. Okay? That is the choosing of president. Now what generally common people don't get about American politics is, after you reach electoral college also, the House and the Senate also has to choose the president. If you win electoral college, you don't win House and Senate, it'll go again. The process will continue. What?
Like who's largest votes wins? Okay?
Largest vote wins.
Yeah.
So you want it to be that way?
Yeah. Won't that be fair? It's like
That won't be fair, bro. Like, let's say your state, right, has 5 million people.
No. Don't put states, put only votes.
That's what I'm saying. People live in states. People live different lifestyle in there. People have different values. Some are religious. Some are Satanist. You know what I'm saying? So, forget election, right? Forget the president. In America, a person's daily life, the rules that apply to a person, the state laws are more powerful than the federal laws. You know what I'm saying? The state is like almost like a different country in America. Each state has its own laws, right?
Oh, that's okay. Now I get it. Okay.
So that way the governor is like a president for them. For their daily life. But for the country as a whole, the commander-in-chief, there's a president, right? So let's say what you're saying, count the raw votes of the whole country, right? Let's say you are state number 1. You have 5 million people. And 5,000 kilometers away, you are state number 2. You have only 200 people. 3,000 kilometers away, I'm state number 3. I have, let's say, 2 million people. And 1,300 kilometers away, state number 4, he has 7-8 million people. Now, he has the highest number of people, right? If we count only the votes, this guy will have the monopoly. Let's say in this state, they want pedophilia. They like pedophilia. Now, because he has the power to choose a president, he'll enact the power over all of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why electoral college is needed. Like, for example, they choose, like they chose Democrat, right? Now, if we count only the votes, Democrat will automatically be present. But now what happens? Electoral, there's another filtering. You're Republican, I am Republican. Now we have the vote. It's 3 versus 1. If that electoral college is not there, if only people...
Because even if we all join up, we won't compare to him.
Exactly.
Okay. No, that's fine.
But like say, it's not like in India. Like say every state has a different party ruling that state, but the central government
It is exactly like that.
similar.
Yeah.
So whereas it's ruled by governors there, no?
Like governors, see, it's called state government and federal government.
Yeah.
State government is the governors, federal government is the president and the White House and everything, right? A person is ruled by both of them. But let's say 90% of the rules that apply to a normal rules and taxes that apply to a normal person in America or India or any country where the system is like this is the state government. The state is making its own laws, right? Tax laws. So in this state, your car might be 13% tax, and on a state it might be 20% tax. Things like that. So that's why people are freaking leaving California, man. People are leaving California by the millions because the governor, the Democrat, liberals over there. Anyways, so there's another level of government, the state, federal government. Now, the federal government main work is to ensure that the government is not bullying the people. Number one. Number two, represent the country in the world stage. Federal government's work is that. And federal government's power extends all state. Like, state police of state number one don't have jurisdiction in state or judges or lawyers or anybody. But a federal judge, federal marshals, yeah, FBI, CIA, they have over the whole state.
So do you think it'll affect us? This thing?
Yeah, man.
Like how do you think it'll affect us though?
A lot of ways. First, the currency.
It's the one change.
Dollar.
Right? It's still strong, man.
No, I mean, it might go up and down.
Obama time, American dollar was 82 or 83. Rupees.
Oh, then I want Democrats to come back, man.
And right now it's 113.
What you have to understand is, it goes lower, right? But other prices increase. Because Chinese side, they have the monopoly. You know what I'm saying?
Everything has an effect. Side effects.
This is good. America, it's not only America actually. They are like economic powers of the world right now, no? Who make good quality products, whatever. China also makes good quality products, but Chinese government has total control over their private sectors, yeah. So they dictate what happens. They dictate send faulty things to this country. You know what I'm saying? Do this and do that. So the people, economic powers of the world who maintain the quality of goods and services of the world, that is a good thing, yeah. Maintain the quality of the world. If for your power hunger you start saying send crap to this country, send good shit to this country, then then you'll start having monopoly. So that's why that economically American election, who becomes the president of America, that is economically how it affects us. Number two, politically, communism will be in the rise, bro. If Biden Democrats will win, communism will come back. And communism itself is the most evil thing people have to suffer. Anywhere. Communism will be in the rise, man.
But in a way, indirectly it affects us, but directly it not so much affects us.
Yeah, directly, if it affected us directly, then there will obviously be a big outcry, right? It'll be like saying America is invading. Things like that. But this is geopolitics. Everything's done indirectly. It's like the Cold War. Like right in Nepal also, India supports Congress, right?
Maybe, man.
China supports MLA, these communist guys. Why? They send money. Yeah, they send money. Loads and loads of money. Now, I was talking to that MP auntie again, and I was asking, why will they send money for free? Why do they send money for free? Is because of majority. Yeah? They want majority of their people in the government. So if you send money, you can do your campaigning. If you do your campaigning, you can get votes. If you get votes, you get elected. And if you get elected, you can go into the government. So your side will have more majority in the government. That's why they send money.
And they can shape policies.
Yeah, they can shape policies.
Oh, for their own financial gain.
Yeah.
So you just come
At
the end of the day, it's all business.
Not only financial.
Yeah.
It's the mentality. Yeah. You have a communist mentality.
So what's the long-term goal, man? If you do all this, say, like, in the end, what's the goal in Nepal?
Power, dominance.
total dominance.
Come into power, make policies, make laws, increase taxes or decrease taxes, whatever. Use the resources of the company, the power. Yeah.
So that's why sometimes I think like instead of this, there should be one guy again with power. So he already has a lot of
King.
power, yeah. And then he doesn't need any more, ni. So then what he can do is then he focuses on developing his own country, ni, or whoever has the power. It's like what Putin does. He has a lot of power, but he don't need any more, right? So now he's focusing on developing his country, ni.
Well, that depends, neighbor.
He also came under scanner, bro. His opposition leader was poisoned or something by.
Yeah, but who will go against him?
There was a person,
and
bro.
where will they go against him? If
No,
he goes to World Cup, he won't come. He's like, I don't care about a World Cup. Fuck you.
Yeah. Putin is powerful, no doubt.
Yeah.
Putin is powerful, Russia is powerful because they're self-independent.
That's
Yeah,
what.
they don't depend on anybody.
That's what American did, need to Gaddafi. Gaddafi dropped the American oil dollar, right?
By American, you mean Hillary Clinton and Obama?
Yeah. They dropped a dollar, and when they drop a dollar,
We didn't drop the dollar. They said we'll trade the oil from a country in gold because right now there's a understanding in the world that all crude oil, it's called crude oil. When you take out from from that only plastics are made, petrol, diesel, all kinds of these kind of products are made. So all of the crude oil is traded in American dollar. There's an understanding.
so
It's not a law.
that's what he dropped, right?
He said instead of American dollar, I will do it in gold, pure gold. I want to do, and all the African nations should do the same. They're saying and bringing a summit of the African countries. He did like 2 or 3 summits, and after that, Obama, obviously these Illuminati globalist secret society people. That's the imbalance in power. Like they are on the way to create this new world order, and like, these people are messing up with them. So Gaddafi had to be taken care of. Now what's happening in Libya? It's a freaking total failed state. Terrorist, ISIS, Islamist, psychos, there's no public life over there right now.
Okay.
Like what we have. Our life is called a public life, citizen life. There's no citizenry over there. It's all gangs and thugs and stuff. There's no system, there's no morals.
It's anarchy.
It's anarchy. Number 2 thing in Libya, what's happening? Slave market, bro. Literal slave market from 500 years ago. People are being sold, black, special Negroes, are being sold to Arab countries in the market. People are being sold for less as $40, bro.
The fuck?
Black people. Right now it's happening. You don't hear shit about this in media, Twitter. Twitter will ban you, man, if you start talking about all this.
Slavery is shitty, eh?
All of them are working with each other. Okay?
So why don't like all these people like say what we see in the market is 99.99% of the things that are shown to us that are not right. So that 0.01% people like they can come up with some media or say social media where they can share knowledge.
That's where Shashank is getting his news from.
But they are not popular. They
Or
are
they're
not
suppressed
allowed to
or
be popular. Yeah. I don't think about social media. There's no social media like that where you're saying where
like say Instagram, what you are trying to tell us, like if you share it in Facebook, Instagram or Twitter, they'll take it down because they don't want others to see
Violates
it.
their policies.
Yeah.
So my point is, why don't that 0.01% of people like they come up with some other kind of say app or something where you can share?
There are apps, but they are more like, it's not social media apps, more like news apps. News, they give you like there's Drudge Report, there's Infowars app, and there are things like like for example, to challenge Google, there's DuckDuckGo.
Yeah.
Right, search engine. If any of these conspiracy, like out of the ordinary, where you don't hear in the public, where everybody does not know, right? It's like a new thing. You're like, what the hell? This is crazy. Do DuckDuckGo, bro. There are so many websites, people making videos and covering these topics, but it never comes to the light. Never comes in front of the people, because if people find out, then freaking they'll start chopping heads tomorrow, man. If people find out the Catholic Church is the biggest pedophile ring in the world, they're freaking raping 3-year-old kids now, people start chopping heads, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's why they want to hide it. That's why they freaking.
It's weird, no? The world is weird, man. There's like so many secrets. No?
Yeah, the world is run by the devil, bro. That's why I always say the devil has power over you. Okay? Truth is suppressed. Lies are out in the open. Like, so The Rock will come and say the lie. Vote for this. It's like that. These celebrities, it's mind controlled that way. Yeah.
I seriously want Trump to win to see those celebrities' faces. Okay? We'll kick you out in November. Jiddi try. Just imagine he just wins, no? Right now,
no celebrity supporting Trump.
There are some, but very, very, very less. And if you support Trump, you are not getting any job in Hollywood, bro.
That's what.
They'll scrutinize you. They'll fucking chew you out.
Unless
One big example: Chris Pratt, Guardians of the Galaxy. Chris Pratt is not fully
He's a
Trump
Republican,
supporter. Yeah, he's a Republican. He's not putting it in your face like vote Republican. Otherwise, you're a bad person. Nothing like not like what other celebrities do. His only thing he says out in the open is Jesus is king. He's a Christian. So Jesus, trust in God, like all that thing. And for that only he's scrutinized in Hollywood. Doesn't get parts, he doesn't get this and that.
Right now.
Since 2-3
After
years
Guardians of the Galaxy.
2-3 years ago. Another example right now is there's a guy called James Wood. You'll know his face if you see his face. James Wood bunne. He says like full. He got banned from Twitter 2-3 times for just stating the facts.
He's an actor.
He's an actor, big time
Which
actor.
movie?
Once Upon a Time in America. He's like not from this.
Once Upon a
80s,
Time in
90s.
America, ma?
Yeah.
Which role? Who's that?
He's the gangster. Is Robert De Niro ko boss or something.
Okay, now everyone who will win.
Robert De Niro ko boss.
You've seen
Everyone
Once Upon a Time in
give
America?
the conclusion.
Which one?
De Niro is the old guy in the Robert
Yeah.
De Niro, hai na? He's the guy the producer who comes to talk.
Yeah.
Comes to talk
I
to
mean, he
things.
says
He has
his
a
life
boss also.
story. His friend, Robert De Niro goes to jail, and when he comes out, his friend becomes with this guy.
I find that. He's kind of familiar, no?
Hey, okay, yeah. Yeah, this guy, he's in a lot of movies.
Daughter.
Lil Pump supports Trump.
Lil Pump.
This one's a dick, man.
Lil Pump, yeah.
He's like the classic
Isn't he in jail?
No, why? The reason why we don't like him is because his songs suck, first of all. But it's like,
He looks like a bitch.
yeah, and he reached stardom in a very young age, okay, and
I also thought
And for
Trump
nothing.
shouldn't have
Yeah,
done
for
that.
nothing,
Yeah.
yeah.
Trump brought Lil Pump to when he was giving his speech in his rally, in his campaign time. He brought Lil Pump to the thing, and Lil Pump said, "Yeah, Trump 2020, let's get our man in the office." Like, they should not have done that. Yeah.
yeah, he's
At
not.
the last minute, they just did it like 1 or 2 days before November 3rd, before the election. They should not have done that because a lot of people hate the Trump campaign people who were managing all this. They maybe thought this guy will attract younger voters, but you know what I'm saying?
His audience is 15 to 16-year-olds who can't vote, man.
Yeah, or the elder people, like people who can vote, like above 20, above 18.
Don't listen to him.
Yeah, like they hate him. Like
He's like the perfect example of their enemy, right? Because he
Exactly.
earned money. He earned money way before them at a very young age, and he's balling.
promoting, teenage sex and drug use and all that. He's that kind of character.
He's a balling.
Typical
man.
Trump supporters are Christians, law and order kind of people who want normal life. He doesn't want sex. You get pregnant in 16. Wild life. Tattoos in your face. Typical Trump supporters are normal people. This is too much. Kind of lifestyle, if you talk about lifestyle. So they should not have done that, in my opinion. But still, that doesn't matter at all right now because freaking 100 times bigger things are going on than that guy right now. Election fraud and shit. It's coming, man. It's going on right now, bro.
Shit's going down.
So, who do you think will win, Ganji?
But now, according to what I've heard, once it goes to court, then the Trump will win.
Look at him.
But I don't think so. The court will also take its time, bro. Like the Democrats, they'll use all the other,
tactics.
Yeah.
This is Brian McCaffrey.
Listen to this guy.
Registered Democrat in the city of Philadelphia. Today, I'm at the Philadelphia Convention Center, and I am overseeing the ballot counters. I will let you know the corruption that is going on here. They will not allow us within 30 to 100 feet to supervise the ballots being counted. This is a coup against the President of the United States of America, and I want to call out the Mayor of Philadelphia, James Kenney, the Attorney General, Josh Shapiro, who tweeted that there's no way Donald Trump can win President of the United States of America, and also the District Attorney of Philadelphia, Larry Krasner. I can't believe what I'm seeing right before my eyes. This has nothing to do with Joe Biden or Donald Trump. This has to do with our democracy, and I will tell you, there is corruption at the highest level in the city of Philadelphia.
Hey guys, I look a little rough right now. I've been up all night watching the election results, but I just want to point out one thing. This is Michigan, okay? 200,000 votes were added in Michigan. You see that? It was 4.2, now it's 4.4. Trump had 2,200,902. Down here he has 2,200,902. So you're telling me that 200,000 votes were added and not a single damn one went to Trump? They all went to Biden? This is so wrong. Statistically, that is impossible. You can't have 203,000 votes come in and they all go to Joe Biden. That is just... America, strap up and buckle up. Lawyers are coming. The Supreme Court's getting involved. Be ready and start to pray.
This lady is marking the ballots. I filmed her a half hour ago doing 6, and she's still working at it. Let's stamp it, received, and let's fill in our 6 blanks. All at the top of the tickets on each one. 1, 2, 3.
So one thing I like, the court also, Trump is going to win no matter what. Like, let's say, okay, they couldn't catch, let's say, God forbid, they couldn't catch any voter fraud, right? But Trump has already gone to the Supreme Court. What we already have right now is people testimonial, videos, lots of evidence voter fraud is going on, right? So they'll go to Supreme Court. Like right now what they're trying to do, in the counting place only, they're trying to go and trying to expose everything. Now if they can't do that, they'll go to the Supreme Court. Trump has already sued, so they will whatever happens, they'll go to the Supreme Court. Now in the Supreme Court, out of there are 9 judges, the supreme judges, highest of the high. There are 9 judges, right? And out of those 9 judges, 5 of them are Trump people, one of them not. 5 of them
Trump
are
hired.
Republican or conservative side. It is not like this liberal Democrat tearing down of the country.
So even these Supreme Court judges have partisan allegiance?
No, they don't have allegiance. They don't have allegiance. What they have is ideologies. What they have is mentality. Their thinking way, their lifestyle, So their lifestyle, their mentality is more conservative, more traditional, like nice life. Constitution of America. The Constitution is number 1. Nothing can extend Constitution. Whether you're a billionaire, poor man, politician, powerful person, the law will apply to you. You can't run away. They are going after Hillary Clinton and stuff. This thing. So like about 2 or 3 weeks before the election, there was one Amy Comey Barrett. She just became a Supreme.
Oh, the girl, right?
Yeah. Amy Comey Barrett, right? She is like ultra constitutionalist guy, meaning Trump people love her. So before her, there was a person called Rudy Ginsburg, a female, right?
Yeah.
She was say in the other side, the Democrat side.
Yeah,
She just died, and Trump replaced her with his person. Now the Democrats in that place also, they're trying to block it. They're trying to say extend this after the election. They're trying hard that to make the 9th, they're supposed to be 9th, to make the 9th district, to make the 9th Supreme Court justice, make it after the election. So that even if Trump goes to, they know they are already going to do this fraud shit. So even if Trump goes to Supreme Court, they still have the majority in the Supreme Court. But what Trump did was before the election only, he put his guy. So Supreme Court is his. Let's say they can't go to the Supreme Court. Where they'll go to state legislatures. State legislatures, even in these Democrat states where they are doing the fraud, in that state also state legislatures are Republicans, Trump's side, right? And let's say that also doesn't happen. Last month, he'll go to the House and the Senate. The House doesn't matter, which the Democrat control. Senate matters. So, like, let's say, okay, voter fraud, they try to expose it. This didn't work, right? Trump is still going to win. let's say the Supreme Court didn't happen. Okay, there's legislatures. If the legislature also doesn't happen, there is the senators.
That has to happen.
So he already has 4 things put in place. Okay? And it looks like Trump is already going to win in this level only. In this level only, if the recounting happens, he'll win in this level only. They should have Trump already won, man, actually.
Talking about the judges thing, the new judge got so much backlash of being a bitch, man.
Exactly. From whom? CNN,
CNN
BBC,
and all those people,
Huffington
women,
Post, all these.
women empowerment. So there was a quote I read. So the doors that Rudy opened for women, what's the other girl called?
Amy Barrett.
This Amy Barrett is just going through them and closing it down. I'm like, what the fuck?
See, these people who say all this,
That's weird, man.
they don't matter at all. Their opinions don't matter. You know why? Because they are soundbite and headline people once again. There's a thing called soundbite and headline people. Okay? All their knowledge in their head about politics and whatever, it's all sound bites and headlines. They'll read the headline, it's done for them. That kind of people. Now, how these mainstream media also makes the headline is so twisted. Okay? Like for example, let's say Khanal again. Khanal ate chicken momo. That's a fact. Right? Khanal, he bought chicken momo, he ate it. That's a fact. You know what kind of headlines they'll put? Khanal hates chickens. That kind of headline they'll put, yeah. Chicken murdered by Khanal. That kind of headline they'll put. Now these kind of people, that's all they need. These kind of people, that's all they need. That's why all this you're saying, the door she opened for this and that.
Yeah.
So these people don't matter at all. We have seen it time and time again. In reality, they don't matter. They only matter in social media, in talking points, in TV shows and stuff.
That's the thing about social media. You're not important, man. Fucking if you're important in social media.
Exactly. You don't make no difference, bro.
Yeah, like your voice is okay. Yeah, you post good pictures. Yes, I like that. But don't shove your opinions at me,
exactly.
man. I don't want that.
You're not better than me.
Yeah. How can you be
on
better?
A high horse than me. Yeah.
Mother.
Indirectly, they're trying to say I'm better than you.
Yeah, like no. Who the hell are you, man? Random people.
So that's what the soundbite and tagline people. Yeah. So soundbite also, one example. Grab him by the pussy. Remember they made a big deal in start of the Trump presidency. Trump hates women. He's a misogynist. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Everything was saying that. Why? Because there's one soundbite. Grab him by the pussy. Now they cut the beginning and the end. They'll only pick that part. What he was actually saying was, in a locker room, right? Guys talking like we talk out here. He was saying like, when you're rich, these girls are so crazy over you. You can literally grab them by the pussy and they won't say anything. That's what he said. But they just take out that grab him by the pussy. They'll repeat it for months and months and months. They'll repeat it in all their outlets, newspaper outlets, television outlets, internet outlets. And they'll make celebrities repeat it again and again. And the sound bites and headline people, it's locked in there. Trump is this. Trump hates women, right? Number 2 thing, how they do racism. Trump said all Mexicans are animals. What Trump said was, in Mexico and America border, there's no border. So the criminals are pouring in. These criminals are child rapists. Literally, it's fact. They're child rapists. They're human traffickers. The ones they hurt are the Mexicans themselves. These people are animals, he said. Now the twisted Trump, all Mexicans are animals. These are the games they play, bro. But they don't have power. I mean, it's like a great awakening. I don't know what's happening. I think it's like...
It's like saying, oh, I'll give you $500 and actually giving $500. No, there's a big difference, So they're just saying it, but not doing any shit.
Exactly. Mind games, bro. Mind games.
Yeah, fuckers. Give them flying cake, man.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying, bro. If people find out, if these truths were broadcasted the way they do it in CNN and in the mainstream, people would literally, man, go to their houses and chop their heads, man. Like in the French Revolution. The people would be so angry. Common people.
But if you notice, Democrats go to, when they promote their vote for me once, they don't say like, go educate yourself, look at my past records, look at what I did here, look at what I did here, look at the data I'm providing you. It's already available in our website. Look at that and look how well I'm doing. From the other side, which data also is correct and verified, and then you decide on what you want, and these are my policies which I will enact as I become president. There's no information like that given to anyone. It's just like they just give vague information. I will make the country great. How? I will make the country rich. How?
It's identity politics and emotional politics.
That's
what they say. Like what you just said, Nee. Look at the data. Look, I've been in the government for 10 years. Look what I've already done. I can do it again. Instead of saying all this, what Democrats says, my opponent is racist. My opponent hates kids. You should vote for me. That's why. Emotional and identity. My opponent is a white man.
So I'm
black.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah, identity.
Both are white, no?
No. These kind of politics they play, I'm saying. Yeah, both are white, though.
Yeah, like it's like how Obama. I don't know.
Exactly. How did Obama win?
I'm
He's
nothing
black.
against Obama.
That's why he won.
I'm nothing against Obama. I'm nothing against the presidents, but I don't know about
yes,
Obama.
Yes, we can. His main slogan. Yes, we can. What the hell you mean, West? Yes, we can. You didn't do shit. You killed about 300,000 Yemeni kids with your drones and countless other adults. You let Syria, all this Iran and go to... You freaking gave like 3 billion in cash to Iran, man, for developing nuclear weapons. Iran freaking the main sponsor of ISIS, bro. What the fuck you talking about, Obama, motherfucker? And he won Nobel Peace Prize also. So Nobel Peace Prize is a fraud right there.
He won Nobel Peace Prize for killing one person, man.
Osama. No.
Osama he killed, no?
He got for Osama.
I think so.
He got for something else, I think.
He got for one of the reasons was Osama also. He killed Osama as well.
Osama, another big... I mean... They freaking dumped his body in the ocean, Osama bin Laden. Are you freaking kidding me? You killed the biggest guy ever and you dumped him in the ocean without anybody seeing. Who is your SEAL team? Okay, they said they freaking made a National Geographic documentary.
They made a movie out of it.
Okay, forget that movie. They made a National Geographic documentary. National Geographic is supposed to be, real. It's real. I believe him. Trust him. They made a 3D movie. 3D, like the helicopter landed this way, that way. No. Guys went in. And they have like full POV camera. As if like the camera is stuck in the soldier's head. They killed one guy here, they killed one guy, they killed the wife here, and in the end they killed Osama. Dangdu. All of it is in 3D. It's not real as fuck. And they published only one photo to the public. Where like it's like Osama's face and there's a big bullet hole. Right. Easily photoshopped. And then they dumped his body in the ocean.
So Osama is not dead?
Nah, bro. Osama was retired when not, man. Osama was also... their player, the deep state, the people who are playing. See, Obama was also puppets. They are taking orders and acting out. No, Bin Laden also had that role. He was a CIA already.
He was commissioned by the CIA.
You're expecting us to believe that? You think like they think we are dumb as fuck, man.
I don't know how to say, man. It dies out. Okay? The media is we have too much information. Okay? Right now, the US election is going on
that shit, bro.
Too much information.
People to forget. Ke.
As soon as the election is over, they'll get something else.
Bro, Corona just disappeared.
It's still there, bro.
No, in the news. In the news.
I think it's overshadowed by this elections.
Fine, okay, election, right? But at least they has to mention it once a while, no? Here and there.
Stay safe. Wash your hands.
Yeah, this just disappeared.
Anyway.
So
conclusion.
The conclusion is there's a big... See, in what I personally believe is it could be spiritual, it could be a godly, divine thing. I don't know what, right? But there's a shift happening. People are not trusting these establishment people anymore. People are not trusting establishment brands, CNN. Before, man, whatever they said, you're supposed to believe. It was as if they were the writers of truth. Okay? Now, massive people are waking up, right? That's why there's a big shift happening. Number two, that result of that shift is this presidency, man. Trump actually already won in November 3rd. These Democrat games will only end in their defeat, in their suffer. And the biggest freaking defeat the Democrats ever faced was, it'll happen now. The biggest defeat will be them getting exposed. Yeah. Right now, they've hidden for a long time. They've hidden for 150 years. Now, just like that, because of election fraud and corruption to the highest level of their party, everybody will see, man. Everybody will see. So, Trump will win. It's like Trump already won. It's just, it has to be announced. and he has to be inaugurated. That's the only thing we are waiting for. And God bless, man. God is in control, man. God is number one. It's like you take a detour here, you take a detour there, but you can't fuck with the plan, guy. You can't fuck with, what's there, like the destiny of man, destiny of mankind, the fate of mankind. These people have been ruling us for too long, man. These people have been manipulating us, making us fools for too long, man. Finally, something's happening.
Yeah. Kazi, what
From
about
2020.
US elections. Conclusion.
I think after today's topic, I'm going to lose my $500.
I don't care, man. Someone just win, man. This is useless news, man. Just win. Just continue with the same person.
For me, it's good versus evil, man. Literally.
I don't have anything against that, man. It's if it was a Nepal election, okay, fine. Because that doesn't affect us so much. Like Nepal election, who would you choose? Congress right now? Congress or the ruling party? The coalition
this
with MLA
government
and
has
Maoist.
to get, man. This government has to get out, bro.
This
Yeah,
government has to
coalition.
get fucked in the ass.
The only problem in Nepal is like, say, none of the past governments also has really done something.
Past
nice.
government
that's
has to get
also
fucked
true.
in the ass.
That's another problem. Like this guy has to
There's
go.
no
right?
better option.
Exactly. The government has to go, but there's no one else to take its place, guy. No
Yeah,
one
he's
else
doing a
better.
fine job for
Yeah,
now,
in a
man.
way,
Like,
like,
till
he's
now,
done
whatever
more
has
than-
happened in the past, like this is so far the best.
He's done more than what
In
they've
the
done
past,
in the past.
meaning 20 years. Like before that, there was the
Past
king, right?
5-10 years.
Last
After-
15 years,
after-
bro, what right now is
After
there.
monarchy.
At least there's some stability.
That's what.
Yeah.
It's not taking a big step forward, but like it's not going back also.
Slowly. We're increasing slowly at their
bro.
speed.
Gradual.
Yeah.
Very turtle-like speed, but still
It's going. At least we're moving, man.
happening.
We're moving, but the taxes are going up and up. That's
That's the Maoist culture. That's
That's
the
the
communist culture.
Fucking Maoist.
That will be there.
communist, bro. Communist, man. These.
Alright. Anyway,
See you.
Alright,
Whoever
viewers,
wins.
that was the thing.
So open your eyes, people.
Yes.
Check out all news sources.
Yes.
Duck, go.
Dr.
Yeah,
Go,
we'll post
Peter
links-
Hill.
we'll
Don't
post
believe
links,
everything
yeah,
you hear, see
Exactly.
in the mainstream media.
Exactly, man.
Research,
They think
read.
you are dumb, man. They think you are sheep. They think you'll believe whatever they'll tell you to believe.
And
Freaking
research
go-
the right sites also.
Go check the links in the bottom below. We will link it down. All the reading material, the videos that still exist, and decide for yourself, man. Don't hate Trump just because of hatred, man.
Just because of what you
Just
see.
because of your personal problems. Don't put it out on not only Trump but any person. That's like you have mental disease, man. If you do that, freaking check yourself first, man.
Okay.
Do your research first.
check yourself, bitch.
Yeah, man. Trump 2020. God is number one. And
By next week, I think we'll know the winner too.
Exactly, man. We another thing I forgot to say. By this episode, what we were trying to do was, already like make
You
an
wanted to
episode
give
about like the US election where the president is already chosen.
The news.
Now this drama is happening. We have to extend it.
That's what. You never know. Next week also, you might know. You might not know.
We talk more about the president if they're not chosen.
Oh man, crazy time we are living in right now.
Alright.
Yeah, man.
All right,
See you.
goodbye, good
Yeah.
night, God bless. Hope
Bye-bye.
everything is well at your end, and we'll meet you in the next episode. Bye bye.
Namaste.
Huge update. Project Veritas, we just got contacted by the Office of the Inspector General, who is aware of this video inside the post office in Michigan, and the whistleblower who's showing how the ballots were backdated to November 3rd, even though they were accepted November 4th. Huge update. The Inspector General tells us they're aware of this. It falls under their jurisdiction. They're assessing whether to investigate. This whistleblower in Michigan is a patriot and a hero. He doesn't fear retaliation. He cares more about his country and what they're doing illegally there in Michigan, counting the votes illegally, than he cares about his own well-being and safety. And there's many more like him. And we want you guys to come forward. The honest post office workers, the honest poll workers, whoever you are, wherever you are, you're the ones who can make the difference. You can't rely upon anyone else. Contact us. VeritasTips@protonmail.com. Be brave.